A safari isn't all just about the game drives. Where you stay is also part of the unforgettable experience. On my recent trip to Kenya, I discovered that safari accommodation comes in all shapes and sizes. Luxury tents, lodges, even rooms with wildlife right outside your window. I stayed in 3 very different places: Lake Naivasha, Lake Nakuru, and Maisha Mara camp. In this video I'll take you inside each one so you can see exactly what a safari accommodation is really like. First, let's cover the location. Safari accommodation generally is not too far from the action. First up is Lake Naivasha Sopa Lodge. It sits right on the shores of Lake Naivasha and about a 90-minute drive from Nairobi. The lodge is surrounded by lush gardens and acacia trees, and often you'll spot abundance of wildlife wandering right through the grounds, such as giraffe, waterbucks, monkeys, zebras, maybe even a hippo. It's also close to the local town of Naivasha, about 15 minutes away. From there, it's about a 2-hour drive to Lake Nakuru Sopa Lodge, perched on this hillside inside Lake Nakuru National Park. The views over the lake are incredible, and because you're staying right inside the park, you're never too far from the wildlife, the rhinos, buffalo, sometimes even a flock of flamingos right on your doorstep. Finally, there's Maisha Mara camp, set just outside the Masai Mara in the small town of Tale. It's a longer journey, but about 5 to 6 hours from Nairobi by road, but you can also fly there into a nearby airstrip. Being right next to the park gates means that you can roll out of bed and be on a game drive within minutes, and the location gives you a real taste of the local Maasai community too. So next we'll be moving on to what types of accommodation do you get. So you can get the full range from budget options to high-end luxury such as the JW Marriotts of the world. Lake Naivasha's Sopa Lodge sits comfortably in the mid-range to luxury to casual. This property is big and beautifully landscaped, with spacious rooms, a pool, a couple bars. It's not the most high-end lodge in Kenya, but it definitely feels polished and well maintained, with that classic safari lodge atmosphere. Lake Nakuru Sopa Lodge is very similar, luxurious, and the main draw of this is the location inside the park and the sweeping views of the lake. It's also got a bar, pool, not much else really. Both of these properties are rated in the mid-4s on TripAdvisor. Maisha Mara camp, however, takes luxury to a new level. I actually found it to be the most high-end of the 3, with a 5-star rating on TripAdvisor. It blends the romance of a safari tent with the comfort of a boutique hotel. It has stylish furnishings, spacious interiors, a pool, a fire pit, and a great safari aesthetic throughout. Now let's take a look inside the rooms, because this is where the real personality of each place comes through, and I really wasn't expecting this. Nakuru Sopa Lodge first, you get your own kind of semi-detached lodge, and the bathroom is right near the front door on the left, as soon as you enter. This also has the cupboard and the safe for your valuables. Then you have this big spacious open bathroom with twin sinks, a cool mirror, shower area, and a good powerful shower too. Then heading into the room, you have these 2 double beds with nets, very important, a dressing table and a chill out space. And then you even have your own balcony, and again it's stunning views over the lake. At the Naivasha Sopa Lodge you had these cool 2-story cottages. We again had a double room which was upstairs, and the bigger family rooms were on the ground floor. More of an old school vintage decor theme here, with big comfy double bed, nets again, and the usual bits plus a sofa. The bathrooms again were very good, clean, and a decent size. Again, the star of the show was the balcony, with incredible views of the grounds and wildlife right on your doorstep. Then there's Maisha Mara camp, which takes tented safari experience to another level. These aren't your typical camping tents. They're huge, beautifully furnished suites with hardwood floors, plush beds, and full ensuite bathrooms. Look at this dressing table, and look at the amount of space that you have in here. It was amazing. Then towards the rear you have the bathroom area. The decor and safari theme here was 10 out of 10. Alright, so let's talk cost. Because safari accommodation can range from surprisingly affordable to eye-watering luxury. I actually booked through a package provider, so I'm not exactly sure how much I paid for each property per night. I think it would have been at least £400 or £500 for the accommodation alone for 4 nights in total. Looking online, the Sopa Lodges range from £130 to £200 a night, and Maisha Mara is a bit more, so £250 to £350 for a double room per night. Which makes sense as Masai Mara is more popular and more luxurious than the others. And all 3 are on a full board basis, so they include breakfast, lunch and dinner. Perfect segue into the food here in Kenya. All 3 courses were buffets with a healthy mix of live cooking stations, and you pay for drinks separately. I was actually surprised at the amount of Indian and South Asian food that was available throughout, on top of the more traditional local Kenyan dishes. For breakfast, expect fruits, salad, croissants and pastries. Then you got your traditional kind of Western breakfast, so your sausages and bacon, and then a live cooking station, normally typically pancakes, waffles, and then also eggs, omelettes, fried eggs, scrambled eggs, whatever you want. Cereals of course, and then some Indian South Asian dishes. Then for lunch, you can expect to have fruits, the more kind of local cuisine, so rice dishes, stir fries, sauteed kind of vegetables, and all this other stuff. Then you can also again, you've got some South Asian dishes you can try, then obviously desserts. And then usually you also have a few live cooking stations as well. Then finally for dinner, it's kind of similar to lunch, but I guess more options and more variety. You can have soup, you've got your salads as per before, and then you've got your South Indian dishes again, and then ugali, which is quite popular in Kenya, pasta, and then a variety of live cooking stations. So this one had a pizza station, which was really good. You can choose any kind of toppings you like, and they'll make it for you fresh. Then they also had a roti station, which you get fresh roti on the go, and then all these different kind of grilled beef station, and meats on the other side. These fries were amazing, so fresh. And then you got desserts again to finish. Overall, I love the food, but I can see why it's sometimes a bit of a hit and miss depending on what you like. Would I stay at these places again? 1000%. I would definitely recommend all these properties to you. You won't regret it, no issues, and a once in a lifetime experience. Our next video takes us to Diani Beach by Mombasa for our next adventure, so stay tuned and hit that like and subscribe button.